Hey everyone, welcome back to Drive Protected. My name is Eric. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I think are the top 2 reasons why paint protection film or vinyl wraps fail. Before we get into that, we're going to be doing a bit of a giveaway. We got these new Drive Protected hats. We just got a bunch of them in stock. I'm going to be giving one of them away and maybe some other stuff. I'm not sure yet. That's a mystery. To be entered, this video is going live on Wednesday, February 18th. Leave a comment in the description below with your Instagram user handle. And the following Monday, I'm going to be sending the winner a direct message on Instagram if they've won. Enough of me talking. Let's start talking about why these wraps fail. In my personal opinion, after being in this industry for nearly a decade as a professional installer, the first place I think that wraps fail is all in the prep. Ironically, it has nothing to do with who's installing the paint protection film, whether it's a DIYer, whether it's a person with 2 years experience or someone who's been doing it for 20 years. I honestly don't think the install makes that much of a difference if the prep is no good. This Tesla Model 3 in Ultra Red right beside me, we're gonna be wrapping it in our Defense Plus matte paint protection film, and we're doing a bit of a hybrid bulk paint protection film installation. I'm gonna just quickly talk about that. What that is we're taking our standard paint protection film patterns and we extended it an extra inch all the way around. So we have basically the outline of the pattern with a little extra material. So we don't actually have to stretch the film as much to get the installation down. Now, when I do my prep, I'm gonna start off, I always like to use these glass cleaning towels for my prep. I don't like to use the yellow microfibers or anything that has a lot of fiber on them, but I like to take them, just fold them into squares. And then I like to take 70% isopropyl alcohol. You could use 91%. You could use methyl alcohol. It's really up to you. I like to soak the rag. When I'm doing my prep, first place I like to start is I like to just kind of wipe down the whole panel. We're not going to worry about our edges now. We're going to do the panel first, the flat areas. Basically what this is going to do is this is going to pull all the wax, grease, oil, fingerprints, everything off the paint, and it's going to leave the paint nice and slick, nice and clean for our installation. Once that's done, then we can take our towel and we can get really detailed. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use more alcohol here. As you can see, I'm being quite generous with it. And then you know what? We're going to start right over here on the very front. We're going to do the front. We're going to work our way around the wheel. We're going to come up and then we're going to finish back over here. What I like to do, just wrap the rag around my thumb. And I like to get my thumbnail right in between the bumper and the front fender there. Just give that a really good scrub. Same with the headlight there, between the headlight and the front fender. And I like to just go around, get that nice and clean and fully prepped. Come around over here. You'll see I'm going back and forth. We got the fender well pulled away a little bit too. So we're going to be wrapping underneath there. Now this, even though we've already cleaned this, you can see we're pulling some dirt off and we're also pulling some paint off as well too, which is crazy with these tinted clear coat cars. I'm not too terribly worried because I know it's a tinted clear coat. If it wasn't a tinted clear coat, that's a different story. Now what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be using more alcohol. Pop the door open here. And then we're just going to get our rag wrapped around the towel. And we're just going to take and we're going to take and scrub this bottom edge right here. And I'm going to quickly shut the radio off in the car before we get copyrighted. Now that I got this bottom edge done, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the rag wrapped around my finger. And then we're going to do this edge. This edge is a little bit hard because you have to have really small fingers to get in there properly. But we're giving this a good solid scrub. There we go. You can see more clear coat. I'm actually going to flip the rag around one more time. And then we're going to come up over here. We're going to do this edge. So it's kind of same thing. Just going to wrap the rag around my finger. You get this good and clean. You don't want to go over this just once, especially if the vehicle's got 20,000 kilometers like this car has. And then we'll come around this edge. And I like to just kind of go back and forth. Get this good and prepped. Have a nice clean edge to work on. We have a nice clean edge to work on when we do our edge wrapping at the very end of the installation. The PPF is going to have a nice, perfect, clean, bonded edge to wrap onto. Now, the last thing we're going to be doing is flipping this rag over one more time. We're going to get really thorough in this area right over here. This area is very common. Like if you don't prep this properly, this is a high tension area. If you don't prep it, the PPF can pop up and leave all kinds of lift lines, and you might end up having to trim those out. So what I'm going to do, it's literally squeaky clean. There we go. And then the very last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give the entire panel one more wipe, just to make sure that it's perfectly clean and ready to go. Guys, we already went over prepping. Now we're going to be going over post-heating. As you can see, I've already installed the Defense Plus matte paint protection film on this front fender. So here we got our heat gun. As you can see, we have all of our edges over here. I've flushed them out with hot water, and now they're ready to be wrapped. Now, when you're doing your post-heating, it's very, very important. It's going to be hard for me to kind of talk my way through this while I'm doing it. But basically, Tony, if you want to come around over here, I like to take my heat gun. I like to make sure it's nice and hot and not burn your arm in the process. But what I like to do is just kind of go back and forth over a 1 to 2 foot long section like this. What this is going to do is it's just going to get the film nice and hot. And then I'll start down here on the bottom just with my thumb. And then just kind of slowly wrap that around that corner. Now, one thing I've noticed installers do, and this is a mistake, is they heat the film up, they wrap it with their finger, and then they move on, and they never come back. What you want to do to make sure that that film is on, turn that heat gun back on, give that film some good extra heat. And then you're going to want to go back and forth over the area that you just wrapped. Go over it back and forth numerous times with the heat gun, and then with your thumb as you're wrapping that edge, and with really, really, really good pressure. Now I know this part of this edge is never going to fail. I know that for a fact. You could critique the way the panel has been installed if you're asking if you have too much stretch in certain areas of the panel. You know, it could cause fingers to pull back, but honestly, if you do enough of good enough job prepping and post-heating the film, there's no reason why the film should pull back. Now, I'm just going to continue on, and then I'll catch up with you guys once I'm done. That's going to conclude this video. So to kind of sum things up again, prepping and post-heating, easily, hands down, the most important parts about wrapping a vehicle, whether it's with paint protection film or whether it's with a vinyl wrap, that type of thing. I always like to be extremely thorough on the prep. I am more so thorough on all of the edges, because ultimately film, if it's going to lift, it's going to lift from one of the edges. So I'm extremely thorough on my edges, a little less thorough on the main parts of the panel, but I still do a good job. And then when it comes time for your post heating, I only post heat my edges. I don't bother post heating any other parts of the panel, because as the paint protection film dries itself out with the slip solution, the adhesive is going to properly bond. So again, I just worry about the edges. If you guys found any value in this video, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. And as always, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more paint protection film content.